Hey everyone, it's Nicole coming at you with Thanksgiving vlog. Um, I was sitting here putting some stuff away and I was thinking about, the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday. And I know a lot of you are hosting Thanksgiving dinners, gatherings, or whatever. So I thought I would do like timeline for Thanksgiving since it's less than 2 weeks away. And I know it can be overwhelming and, you can get caught up. So this is what I do if I'm doing it. This year, I'm not. Last year, I didn't either. We're going elsewhere. So I usually make my dinner when we go away or someone else's house. I always do it like the Sunday after I'll make my dinner. But anyway, if I am hosting, this is what I do. So I thought I would share it with you. So 7 days ahead. Usually though, I'll already have a menu planned. I mean, that's just, what I do. But since we're 2 weeks out, this will give you a week and you'll be fine. So anyway, go ahead and plan your menu and get, what you're gonna serve because some people may have allergies, some people may not like certain dishes. So you want to kind of have a variety of foods for everybody, so that they can enjoy what you're serving. um this is a good time also, I think, to try new things. It's the holidays and you want to enjoy it and make it festive or whatever. So in addition to like all the traditional hams and turkeys and stuffing or dressing down here in the South, and your mac and cheese and all that good stuff. Try something new, consult cookbooks, check online. There are tons of recipe sites, like All Recipes is one that I frequent a lot. Even Pinterest has a lot of good recipes, but try new things. It's always fun to discover and try new dishes. You never know. During the year, we're just about, you know, what's easy if you're working or just trying to get something on the table. But during the holidays, make it special. Try something new. After you get your menu planned, go ahead on and plan your grocery list. Now, also while you're planning your menu, let me throw this in too. Go ahead and include like appetizers. What did I write down here? Your salads, those things as well. Um, because when you're shopping, you want to make sure you get everything. You know, you don't want to be going back and forth to the store trying to pick up stuff because you forgot this or you decided to add this dish or whatever. So yeah, include your appetizers, your desserts, as well as your main dishes and stuff like that and your sides. So anyway, make a master grocery list, include everything. Check your spices to see if you need things, sage, things that you don't use all year, because their shelf life kind of deteriorates, of course, as time goes on. So things that you don't use all the time, like salt and pepper, check and see if you need anything. Because during the holidays, like I said, you'd be using like sage and rosemary and nutmeg, things like that, cinnamon. So check and see what you need, and then go ahead and make a list of those things. Of course, you'll have your staples, flour, sugar, butter, eggs, all that stuff, milk. But yeah, include the little things that you might forget. When you're looking at your recipes, grandma's recipe or whatever, see what she had, make sure you got it. Okay, check the flyers for the grocery stores. Be careful, don't get sucked into the sales because during the holidays they will take advantage of you because they'll mark something up and say it's on sale. You'll mark it up and then they'll say it's on sale for X amount of dollars when all year it's been X amount of dollars. So, you know, be careful with that. Don't get sucked in or whatever. And check the Sunday paper for the coupons and things like that. Because a lot of the things that you'll use, like spices, they'll have coupons for spices. For like snacks, the Chex Mix, they'll have things like that. Coupons for those kinds of things. Beverages, things that you would normally um make during the rest of the year. They'll have coupons for those items for the holidays. And forgive me if you hear my stomach growling. I'm so sorry. But anyway, moving along. After you make your list and you go shopping, um, get the things that you can put up and hold on to until it's time to use them. Like the fresh vegetables and things like that, I would wait as close to the time that I'll need them, because you don't want what tomatoes sitting in the fridge for a week and then it's all funny looking. No, at the day of when you get ready to use it. Okay, but things like onions and bell peppers and things that you'd put into like your stuffing or your dressings or whatever, you can get those, chop those up, put them in Ziploc bags or storage containers, and put them in the fridge or in the freezer, so you don't have to worry about doing that when you're assembling your dishes. Go ahead, your celeries, all that stuff, chop that up, put those aside, and then that way it'll make it easy on you down the road. So you can go ahead and do those. But like lettuces and things like that, I'd hold off on for a minute. Okay. So I guess this is like maybe the fifth day. Go ahead, check your dishes. If you're doing like a traditional Thanksgiving table, make sure your dishes are okay. If they need wash or go through the dishwasher, go ahead and get that stuff out of the way. Your table linens, your napkins, check them. Make sure, whatever you need, if they need cleaning or washing or pressing, make sure you got everything all together. Your silverware, all that stuff. If you're doing like paper plates, like a lot of people do, I've done that. If you need to pick up some, check and make sure you have enough, because you may have what 10 people coming or whatever, 20 people, and then they may get more helpings, second helpings, or they may take stuff home. So you want to get at least 3 times, and this is, I mean, no joke, more than what you'll need. So say if you like I said, if you have, let's say, 10 people, you want to have, I say, 3 plates for every 10, because I mean plates for each person, let's put it that way, because they may throw one away and then get another plate, or they may take something home. So at least that. So you can do the math depending on how many people um are coming, or you're hosting. And that's the same thing like with your serving portions and stuff. um with your food, it's the same thing, because some may eat more than others, some may take stuff home, so you want to have more than enough. So yeah, with that being said, let's move on. I was on table decorations. If you're doing the paper plates and stuff like that, you want to kind of have your layout, because usually you're probably doing a buffet, so you want to have your table scape, or wherever you're going to be serving your food, kind of laid out. You want to take maybe a cardboard cutout, or take your platter, your empty platters and dishes that you're going to be serving your food in, and sit those out as well, so you can have enough room, and see how the flow is going to go, so that people are not reaching over here and getting in the way of this person or whatever. You want to have it laid out just right, so that things can go smoothly, so you won't be caught off guard. And then if somebody brings a dish, you can kind of have an area for that. So think about that. And also, what I do, like I was saying earlier, if you're going to have appetizers and snacks, you want to have little stations where people can go while they're waiting to eat, to pick up little, like say a Chex Mix, handful of Chex Mix or whatever, or some little candies, crudité, the veggies and dip. Have all that stuff, in little areas where people can go and grab, sit down, conversate, little beverage area, so that they can, feel comfortable, because it's all about how you present things. So kind of map those places out, so that, there's like I said, a nice flow, and you won't have, people bumping into each other and the like. Okay. Let's see, because I made some notes, so I'm looking down here. Um, we're in the fourth day going in. You can do like your jello salads if you're doing things like that. Things that can sit for, a couple days. Fresh salads I will not do. But anything like congealed salads, and a lot of people serve those. You can go ahead and get those situated. Um, but like the fresh fruit salads and veggie salads, like, leafy greens and stuff like that, I would not do then. But you can do those. If you're going to do like some dips, you can go ahead and do those. What kind of dip? Oh, like a cream cheese based dip or cheese dip, something like that. You can go ahead and have those assembled, or even the ones that you can assemble and then you bake or you warm them up. You can go ahead and get those done and make sure they're just tightly wrapped or sealed so that they won't dry out or whatever, but you can get those out of the way. Um, let's see, 3 days ahead, you can, if you have room, you can start chilling your sodas. If you're going to have sodas, you can go ahead and make like your iced teas, your lemonades. Here in the South, we love us some iced tea. But you can go ahead and get the teas done, things like that. That's if you have room. And if you are going to need a lot of ice, this is the time to get it. I would not wait until the day before or the day of, because it may be hard to find or they may run out of whatever. Go ahead and get your bags of ice if you have room, that is, and put that in your extra freezer or whatever neighbor's freezer. Go ahead and get that out of the way. Okay, let's see. Again, um, the vegetable thing, you can go ahead and wash like your, say, potatoes. If you're gonna do homemade mashed potatoes, go ahead and get those out of the way. Pop them in the fridge in some cold water until you get ready. Get all that kind of stuff, the prep work, out of the way, and then things will go a lot easier. 2 days ahead, go ahead, set your table. If you are, doing a traditional dinner after you've checked everything, all your linens are good, go ahead and set your table. But what I would suggest, if you have a lot of traffic or, a lot of kids or whatever, turn your dishes upside down, like your glasses, your plates. Just, set the table, but turn them upside down so you don't have to worry about dust settling or whatever, because it happens. I mean, we all have dust. And I'm not saying everybody's dirty or, whatever, but that way it'll make it easier on you down the road. So that's just a suggestion. But you can go ahead and set your table and, have everything in place, as well as the buffet. Go ahead and put your little paper plates out. If they're still in the little wrappers, that's fine, just as long as, you take all that stuff off once everybody gets there when you get ready to serve. But have all your little buffet area all set up and ready to go, and all you have to do is just add your food. Okay. um we're 2 days ahead, still preparing your stuffing or your dressing. You can go ahead and do that. Your mac and cheese. What else? Green bean casseroles, whatever kind of casseroles and things that you can pre-assemble. All you have to do is pop it in the oven. Go ahead and do that. Wrap them up nicely, first with a little plastic wrap, then foil on top, keep them from drying out. Go ahead and do that. That way, all you have to do is just get up and be fabulous. The day of, pop that in the oven, and you're good to go. Let's see. Desserts. That's another thing you can do 2 days ahead. Cakes, pies, all that stuff get better in time. That's if they don't get eaten up before. So go ahead and get those together. And again, wrap them tightly. If it's like a frosted cake, use the cake domes, the cake carrier thingies. I forget what they're called. But anyway, you can store those in there. They will be totally fine. If it's refrigerated pies or whatever, you can make those ahead, put those in the refrigerator. Go ahead and get that stuff out of the way. And then the day of, if it's like something you could serve at room temperature, just go ahead, sit it out, and you're ready to go. So, yeah, your desserts are already done. The day before, I'm checking my notes again because I wrote some stuff down for you. I do my hams, my turkeys. Like if you're doing a turkey, depending on how you're gonna prepare it, I go ahead and season mine. I usually inject my bird because I'm roasting. I've never fried a turkey. I want to try that, and I may do that this year. I don't know, but any kind of, you could season that one up too. But go ahead and season it up. I inject mine, like I said, season him up, get him all ready, and then I wrap him in plastic and I put him in a pan, and then I wrap the pan in plastic and I put him in the fridge so he can marinate and get all the juices, the goodies in him and stuff. And then the day of, I just put him in the oven. Same thing with the ham. I go ahead and get that prepared, whatever or however I'm gonna do it with the rub or whatever. I get that ready as well. Like roast, things like that, go ahead and get those seasoned up. Chicken, if you're frying chicken, Ziploc bags are your best friends when it comes to stuff like that. You can marinate your chicken, have them already, and all you have to do is just drop them in the fryer or in the oven, bake them, or whatever you're gonna do. Uh, let's see what else. The day before. Um, what do I do? I think that's pretty much it the day before when it comes to food prep. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, Thanksgiving Day, when you get, depending on what time you get up and how much you've done before, 5 to 6 hours ahead of time, depending on the size of your bird, of course, you're going to make sure you get the bird according to how many people you're trying to serve with it. You put them in the oven according to the cooking directions. It does not take all day to cook a bird. Depending on the size, it's 20 to 30 minutes per pound. So, I mean, 10 hours in the oven, 5 hours in the oven, it will be a dry bird. So, I'd say no more than three. Because some people, it's like leather. There's no nothing. It's just a dry bird. Does not take all day to cook a bird, y'all. So anyway, just check your package directions according to the pounds. That's how long you cook it. Okay. Go ahead and this is the day of, time yourself as far as when you're gonna put it in, depending on what time you're serving your meal. Bread, you can go ahead on and get that stuff ready to go so you can warm it up, not don't go ahead and cook it, but what I'm saying is get your breads ready. If you're doing like prepackaged rolls and things like that, get those ready to go in the oven so they can come out, ready to go when the time comes, because that's going to be one of the last things that you do. You want them already ready to go in the oven. Like once you take your bird out, you're ready to go, pop those in the oven so they can warm up and boom, everything go. Because your bird's going to have to rest when you get him out. So while it's resting, you can get your breads warmed up. So have those already ready on their little, baking pans or however you're going to warm them up. Get your beverage containers ready, set out so that people can get something to drink. You had things chilled so you can have your little beverage stations or whatever, and have everything ready for that. Let's see. We're getting into, I guess, a couple hours ahead. You can start, well, I wouldn't say a couple, I'd say maybe 3 hours out. You can start cooking your casseroles depending on how many and the sizes. You'll time yourself to know when things need to come in and out of the oven. Go ahead and do that. Because you've already prepared them. All you have to do is cook them. So go ahead and get those done. Your potatoes, if you're doing mashed potatoes, go ahead and get those done and ready to go. Get all your condiments and everything because you already have that stuff ready to go. Sit your condiments out because, if you got some collard greens, you want some pepper sauce. If you have your fried chicken, you want your hot sauce. I mean, you want your condiments out there too. So, along with like your cranberry sauce and things like that, have that stuff. Go ahead, sit that on your table, and all you do once everything is finished cooking is you just pop everything in place and you're ready to go. That is it. 30 minutes out, you're cooking your bird and stuff like that, an hour to 30 minutes or whatever. You're heating up your casseroles, your birds resting, your bread's warming. You can, get everybody to the table or tell everybody it's time to chow down. Everybody's coming and, getting ready to eat. And there you are. I mean, it's simple. I mean, that's the way I do it anyway. So yeah, just have a good time. Enjoy it. The key to having a good time is being organized and prep work ahead of time. So yeah, I'm gonna again try to come in with a few recipes for you, table settings, things like that, just to help you out. And if there's something you want me to do, feel free to leave it below in the comments. And I guess that will do it. So until my next video, I will see you then. Bye, y'all.